Vaccinations for COVID-19 are on in full swing in India. India as of date crossed over 6 million vaccinations, and the vaccination drive is further going to intensify in the next few months. Vaccination for COVID-19 is voluntary, and I would like to bring to you more videos like this one to keep you updated and help you make an informed decision. So do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and also hit the bell notification icon. In today's video, the process of registration as we know it today, who should and shouldn't take the vaccine, and some of the commonly asked questions regarding the vaccine. The information I am going to give you today comes from the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India. Let's get this started. Currently, there are two vaccines in use in India: the Covishield vaccine and the Covaxin vaccine. The vaccines are given as an intramuscular injection, the most common site being the arm. They are given in 2 doses 4 weeks apart. Vaccinations are currently being done for the healthcare workers in the front lines, that is the doctors and the allied personnel. In the next phase, high risk group of people will receive the vaccination, that is the people over the age of 50. However, this group will be further subdivided into 2 groups. People over the age of 60 will get priority, followed by the people between the age of 50 and 60 and people less than 50 who have comorbid conditions. This is done to ensure that there is adequate supply of vaccines to administer. My understanding is that people will first get the Covishield vaccine and later on the Covaxin vaccine. Covishield vaccine is the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine being manufactured by CEPI in India, while Covaxin is manufactured by Bharat Biotech. Who should not take both these vaccines? People below the age of 18 years, pregnant and breastfeeding women, people currently suffering from COVID-19, people known to have allergic reactions to the ingredients of the vaccine. The most dangerous side effect of the vaccine is a severe allergic reaction, also known as anaphylaxis. That is why after you administer the vaccine, you are kept under observation for at least half an hour. Other side effects are quite common when you receive any kind of vaccine, like pain at the site of injection, fever, fatigue. These are side effects that, if you noticed, happen even in infants after they receive their vaccinations. I will leave a link in the description down below, and also probably one here, which describes my experiences with the vaccine. There are 2 ways to register for the vaccine: through the Covin app in the Play Store and Apple Store, and through the Covin website, whose link I will put somewhere down in the description. However, as of today, neither of the methods are yet live. Healthcare workers wanting to register have to do so through their respective organizations. Once these apps go live, you will have to register on the app with a photo ID proof. Either of the following documents are a requirement. The same document will have to be produced as proof of identification when you go for your vaccine. I am going to keep the screen up here running for a bit so that you can screenshot it for your convenience. Please note that the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has stated that the Aadhaar card is not necessary. However, when I had gone for my vaccine, I had to use the Aadhaar card. Once your registration is complete, you will receive an SMS confirmation. Thereafter, when you meet the eligibility criteria for the vaccine, you will receive an intimation with the date and details. Once you are done with the second dose, you will receive a QR-based certificate via SMS. Before we address some commonly asked questions regarding the vaccinations, let us summarize the 3-step process to successfully get your COVID-19 vaccine. Register on the Covin app after downloading it from the Play Store or Apple Store. Be aware though that there are some fake apps around. Look for the app which has a screen which looks like this. Alternatively, you could register on the web portal. Next, await the SMS confirmation for the date of vaccination. After your first dose, this will be followed up with an SMS with the due date for your second dose. After your second dose, await the SMS with your QR-based certificate that you have been successfully COVID-19 vaccinated. Commonly asked questions. Yes, a person who has recovered from COVID-19 can take the vaccination, provided he is fully recovered. People taking medications for cancer, diabetes and hypertension come under the comorbid group. It is not only safe for them to take the vaccine, it in fact is very important and necessary that they do so. Effective protective antibodies develop usually after 2 weeks after the second dose. This will have to be decided on a case-by-case basis by your doctor. If you do have any more questions you would like to be answered, please let me know down in the comments. And do like this video if it provided you with some value. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Until then, signing out, Dr. Rohan Fonseca.